What's going on? It's your girl Fathom DJ here with another Sunday's Truth. We got to have this chat, powwow, chop it up, break it down, whatever you want to call it. We need to have this conversation. I need to ask you a question. When did you decide that it was okay to allow folk to disrespect you? Oh, I know, it's so heavy and everything's so light in the world. You don't want to think about it and talk about it. But we need to have this conversation. Of course, I have my own experience to aid in the conversation. But I want to ask you, when you became desensitized to the fact that folk just kind of can say anything to you and get away with it. Let's talk about it, can we please? Because I need to know why it's okay for folks who you really don't know to say things about you and you find it funny or comical. Yeah, we should talk. So you're in the world, you're doing your thing, you're meeting people, new people, you know, you might hang out with some folks occasionally, you exchange information, and you're kind of going back and forth via text message or Instagram or however you chatting with people in the inboxes and things, Messenger and things of that nature. And you're doing good in terms of conversation. You learning each other, and then all of a sudden the conversation takes this turn and they start talking for the sake of the babies. We're going to say something that my mother used to say, underneath your clothing. How do you respond to that? You have been exposed to different types of music and all this stuff and creating this whole lane, and you're not so sensitive about it. And, you watch movies and those things have created a sense of desensitization for you that allow you just to be like, yeah, it's cool that you just called me that, or it's cool that you grabbing stuff. And people like me, and I'm not going to consider myself to be overly vintage, and I'm not going to say that I was raised so incredibly stellar or well or anything of that nature. Kind of have sensitivity in general, and I pride myself in that. But to be able to be like, did you just for real? The reaction like that, it just rolls out and you just want to ask somebody like that comes from a place of being offended. So, you don't want to really accept that kind of behavior from people, do you? You really don't want to accept that kind of behavior from people. You really don't want to let people cross boundaries and do things that could disrespect you, because then they're going to assume that they can just do whatever they want to you. And I'm not suggesting at all that you roll around like this all the time on people like, did you just say? But what I'm saying is that you definitely need to create some sense of respect, some sense of pride and dignity for yourself, so that everybody else doesn't have to feel the brunt of your lower level behavior. I don't know, because, I had a situation recently, and I got to start turning my phone off, y'all. This is wild. I had a situation recently, and somebody said some things that I thought, I was like, I don't even know you like that. And I don't know, I don't actually ever think that. I won't even say that, the earlier years were, you see how I did that? The earlier years, I allowed that type of stuff. I don't even think I did at that point. So the idea that I would be like, oh, it's cool that he feels like he can say certain things and it's just gonna go over my head, or I'm just not gonna be, no, never. What I want, ideally, is to not be disrespected. And I also want to create a concept for the babies, because the babies are coming up and they are in this electronic world and they may not be so sensitive to anything. And I want to make sure that, we are sensitive enough. And so when they come up, they can go, oh my gosh, she's such a brilliant young lady. She was raised really well. I mean, that might be subjective in itself too, but The idea that you would allow somebody to just simply talk under your clothes and you going out on dates with them and stuff is the beginning of a bigger possible problem. And we don't want no problems. So we want to shut it down quickly so that all these other people who, you know, want to get to know people kind of in a slow kind of situation, you know, kind of meet and cultivate relationships. Cultivate. Did you cultivate? Like slowly kind of get to know someone. We want to kind of do that so people don't feel pressured and they feel like you're, you know, not so quick to judge them. I know what social media is doing. Social media is saying, give it all, show it all real quick. So there's a bunch of folks that are rolling around going, so you going to show me you? Can I see you? Can we do the, no. We're not doing that. We probably ain't doing that ever. Especially now. Anyway, it's your girl Fathom DJ. You can find me in your worldwide webosphere at #FindingFathomDJ. I am bidding you cosmic kisses and well wishes to your day and your week. Sunday's truth. Oh, space.